Filament Health is a clinical stage botanical psychedelic drug development company. We believe that standardized, naturally derived psychedelic medicines can improve the lives of millions of people suffering from treatable mental health and substance use conditions. Our mission is to see natural psychedelics in the hands of everyone who needs them as soon as possible. As the mental health crisis continues to grow, this mission has never been more important. Filament was founded by a team of experts in botanical extraction. This has allowed us to do what we believe nobody has done before: launch the clinical development of botanical psychedelic drugs, which are naturally extracted from magic mushrooms and other psychedelic plants. What many people don't realize is that the majority of psychedelic drug developers create synthetic psychedelic compounds because synthetic manufacturing is much easier than extracting and standardizing natural compounds. Synthetic manufacturing is more repeatable and the components are exactly the same every time. But at Filament, we believe in the power of natural psychedelics relative to synthetics. They've been consumed by humans for thousands of years, and we believe that they may be more efficacious than synthetic isolates. We also know that generally, consumers in all industries prefer natural products over artificial ones. This is why we go the extra mile to make pharmaceutical-grade, yet natural botanical drugs. We believe that botanical drugs offer distinct advantages from a development perspective. The complexity of their formulation provides exceptional IP benefits, making our products extremely difficult, if not impossible, to genericize. In addition, they are eligible for the unique FDA botanical development pathway, which provides an expedited and more cost-effective route to the clinic. In order to scientifically examine natural psychedelic compounds, we have used our botanical extraction expertise to develop what we believe are the first ever standardized natural psychedelic drug candidates. The team at our Health Canada licensed GMP compliant facility in Metro Vancouver has created standardized drug candidates extracted from magic mushrooms, iboga roots, San Pedro cacti, and more. Our botanical psilocybin drug candidate, PEX-010, is being studied in clinical trials all over the world, in the United States, Canada, the UK, and Europe, for indications such as depression, alcohol use disorder, anxiety, and opioid tapering. These studies are being conducted by our network of licensing partners, including leading research institutions such as the Canadian Association for Mental Health, the University of Toronto, UCLA, and Copenhagen University. We've also out-licensed PEX-010 to other commercial entities, enabling us to generate licensing and supply revenue as these partners advance their drug development programs focused on indications that are not core to Filament. Filament is the only company in the world whose natural psychedelic drug candidates have been authorized by regulatory bodies such as the FDA and Health Canada for administration in human clinical trials, and more importantly, are actually being administered. While the range of indications being studied by our partner network is highly varied, our internal drug development program is focused on substance use disorders. This represents an area of significant unmet need. As of 2021, approximately 24 million Americans reported at least one drug use disorder. We believe that there is an addressable patient population representing billions of dollars of potential revenue. Our psilocybin drug candidate, PEX-010, and psilocin drug candidates, PEX-020 and 030, are currently being studied at the University of California, San Francisco's Translational Psychedelic Research Program in a Phase 1 clinical trial. This is the first ever FDA-approved clinical trial of naturally derived psychedelic drugs. Furthermore, the FDA has approved a Phase 2 trial, also at UCSF, studying PEX-010 for methamphetamine use disorder. And we are seeking Health Canada approval for a Phase 2 trial studying PEX-010 for opioid use disorder. We are pursuing other, more immediate avenues to get our drugs into patients' hands as well. Since June of 2022, Filament has been the primary supplier of psychedelics for Health Canada's Special Access Program. This is a program whereby doctors can request access to unapproved drugs for patients in emergency situations, including for such indications as major depressive disorder and end-of-life distress. We have provided access for nearly 100 Canadians through the SAP. This work is truly gratifying for our team. To our knowledge, we are the only psychedelic drug developer in the world actively and legally supplying real-world patients. We believe that Filament is uniquely positioned to succeed in an industry that has faced consistent headwinds for several years. Our vertically integrated in-house GMP manufacturing enables research, development, and intellectual property generation. We are already generating revenue from our large partner trial network, which continues to grow. We currently license our IP, out-license our drug candidates for commercialization, and provide CDMO services. We have an innovative drug development platform that is protected by 20 patents in the US and Canada, covering our novel methods of botanical extraction, purification, standardization, and formulation. As we recently announced, we intend to combine with Jupiter Acquisition Corporation, a NASDAQ-listed SPAC, in order to achieve a listing on NASDAQ subject to approvals. In just a few short years, we have accomplished a great deal, and there is much more to come. The future has never been as bright for Filament, and we thank you for your continued support.